Hi guys!
Sorry. I actually didn't even mean to scream.
No, it just happened. It escalated.
It always gets excited.
I know. But hello and welcome back.
Oh my God,
to
you're
In the
back.
Sheets. You came back.
What a fan.
You wanted to see us.
Oh my God.
You wanted to come back into bed with us.
Did you subscribe? Did you leave a review though? I just wanted to check.
Because if you haven't, why are you here?
No, what's the point?
What's the point?
Because you're just here for yourself and you're
literally
not even telling a friend.
You're not promoting the thing. Letting the people
Insane
know.
work.
Isn't it?
That's insane behaviour.
Yeah.
Section.
Red card.
Wow.
Red card.
You're listening to
In the Sheets. Two black women,
One Bed,
no protection. From foreplay to fuck ups,
Love, Lust, and everything in between.
come with us. In the Sheets. Welcome back. Sorry, I really the acoustics. My voice has just echoed through her room. It's insane. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, we're in a different spot.
Oh yeah,
So
welcome.
we're gonna try do this. We're gonna try do like different places, different spaces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Alternate and go back and forth.
But it's always gonna be a bed.
Yeah, for sure. So welcome to our space today. And we're going to talk about the word of the week. And the word of the week, wait, I have to get it up because I can't say it. The word of the week today is erotophobia. Ding!
Yeah. I did that even though I'm not even gonna add it, but we'll see.
That's the word. What do you think that means?
So obviously it's cheating because obviously it's cheating because I already know.
Yeah, because we didn't know. We knew what we wanted to talk about, but we didn't know what the word was called. So maybe it's like an inverse.
So
word
it's
of
like
the
an
week.
inverse word of the week.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the fear of sex itself.
Yes. And sexual intimacy.
So what does the Google definition say?
Okay, so Healthline, this is what Healthline says. Because there's erotophobia and there's genophobia. And I gather they're kind of the same thing, but erotophobia is a bit broader.
Yeah, probably.
Like it's not just sex, it's also sexual intimacy and things like that. But Healthline says genophobia involves an intense fear or anxiety around sex. A range of physical and mental health treatments can provide relief. Fear of sex or sexual intimacy is also called erotophobia. This is more than a simple dislike or aversion. It's a condition that can cause intense fear or panic when sexual intimacy is attempted. For some people, even thinking about it, wow, crazy. Even thinking about it can cause these feelings.
Oh my God, there could be someone who's like
Hundo.
wanting to watch the podcast because beautiful girls and then saw it. They saw In the Sheets, that sounds great. Then they realised it was about sex and said, no.
Like literally,
I did.
fear, panic and intimacy. They said, no, I don't want that.
Oh
That's
my God.
insane.
I'm sorry if you have it.
Yeah.
And you can't watch.
Especially if it's undiagnosed. Our apologies.
Oh my God, yeah. But I wonder what causes that.
I agree. That's the thing
Because
that
I
I'm
thought
intrigued
about
by.
it and I'm thinking, is that a cause of like a previous sexual trauma? Like, can that be like a cause of that fear?
Yeah.
Or are some people like just born
with
that fear?
Well, I wonder if it's the same thing. Well, it's hard because it feels like it's like a preference, but clearly it's not because it's a phobia.
Yeah.
But because I'm like, is that a preference? I'm like, is it something like being asexual where that's just who you are. That's just your relationship to sex from the beginning. But I guess it's different because you're actually terrified. Like it said
The thought
intense
of it,
panic.
yeah.
Like actual anxiety. It's like the same way that I feel about pigeons. Anybody listen, don't laugh at me. Don't love me. Anybody out there who has a fear of pigeons, I see you. As my friend Emmanuel says,
pigeons insane.
into me I see. Into me I see. I'm fucking terrified. If I see a pigeon on one side, I'm gonna move to the other side of the road. I'm not.
Other side of the road.
Andrea.
What is it about them?
It's because they're disgusting. They're like little rats. And then they always can sense my fear, so they approach me. And then there's me like slowly moving away, trying to get out of the shot. I actually hate them.
That's an intense panic
it's
for real.
Intense panic for real. So imagine someone feeling that, but about this podcast.
About this podcast.
Okay, we're not mocking anybody
No,
that has
sorry.
that fear. We're actually not. This is just us being
Sorry.
silly.
Sorry,
because
sorry.
I brought pictures into the room. And that's trivialized the thing.
But that is
insane.
wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'd be intrigued to talk to someone who I don't know whether they'll come on the show.
No, because of... But
then
because
maybe
of
if
the
it's
fear.
to talk about the fear.
But then they're still...
It's
I
very,
suppose
like...
they're not doing... And that's... Oh, wait, that's another question, though. Because is it just...
Like, is it something you can overcome?
Yes. And is it just the act in itself or anything involving the act?
Yeah, because sometimes it was like even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But then I don't know whether it's like thinking about them doing it or if it's like
Thinking about it in general.
general.
Imagine if you watch something on
Yeah,
TV
like-
and then you see them... there's a sex
and it's
scene.
just scary.
And it just makes your whole body like seize up because you're terrified.
Wow.
What a life.
That's how I feel about old people, you know.
What?
See, we're all sharing fears here. But there's a specific,
scared of old
specific
people?
type of old person that really scares me.
Really?
Yeah. Like
No,
if they're
describe
like,
this to me because I didn't know this.
if they're like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, I had to censor my mouth. If they're and they're like really wrinkly and frail.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
look
yeah.
like skeletons.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that
yeah.
scares
'Cause it's literally
me.
skin and bone.
Yeah, it really scares me. It genuinely scares me. Like
Really?
I couldn't work in a care home because I'd be
Totally terrified. Yeah.
But yeah, fear of sex
fear
is
of
called
sex.
genitopia.
Genitopia.
Genophobia.
Genophobia.
And erotophobia.
Erotophobia. Yeah. Erotophobia. So there you go. Which is a great segue, I think, into talking about our Pillow Talk section. Insert theme song here.
Get cozy, it's time for Pillow Talk.
This week, we want to talk about attitudes towards sex in the UK.
Because it's very specific.
It is. Attitudes towards sex is specific in the UK, and it becomes even more specific if you're talking about like being Black British or being of the
100%.
diaspora. Like,
And
it's
having
very specific.
being like children of immigrants
Yeah.
as well. Like that whole conversation around sex. I personally think so. Here's my theory.
Tell
Here's
me.
my theory.
That's
Right.
sexy for us.
Right. Here's my theory. So I personally feel like because a lot of the Black British diaspora are descendants, like either first or second generation immigrant descendants, and those immigrants, I'm talking about my mom. The immigrant generation that came over here either through Windrush or through many other notions and ways. I personally believe that a lot of that upbringing and traditional upbringing that they had in the islands or in the continent of Africa, they then raise their children with that in mind. And like a lot of this back there, like especially I could talk mostly from the Caribbean side, but like a lot of it is people be having babies, but they don't talk about how. They just be having, and the funniest thing is, and it's interesting, I'd love to hear like from a more African perspective, because like with Caribbeans, not a lot of them are actually like won't get married. Like a lot of them are like, they will either get married like really, really quick, like really, really early, and then have babies. Or like there'll be these dads who are just baby fathers, and they'll just go around breed up everyone and anything that can walk with legs. They will breed them up, and they'll have like 25 to 30 kids just running around, all different mothers, like blah 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 blah. But they just don't talk about the sex element of it. They'll just talk about like the baby's arrived.
Yeah.
And then I feel like that then passes down to us lot, who were like the Black Brits of the diaspora. And not even just Black Brits, because even the podcast that I went to watch live, Brown Girls Do It Too.
Yeah.
Good show, by the way,
Shout out
guys.
to them.
If you're somehow watching this, great. But it was a good show. But they were also talking from like the South Asian perspective as well, that they also experienced this element of like taboo, hush, don't talk about it, don't like speak about it. And I feel like it comes from that traditional upbringing. Particularly, I could speak from the Caribbean perspective.
I think it's really similar if you're talking about African, particularly like my side Nigerian culture. I think it's very similar, as in sex is seen almost like it's a means to an end.
Yeah.
Sex is something that helps you get to the next stage of your life. So I don't necessarily, I think with Nigerians, they put a lot of emphasis and weight on marriage and marrying the right person and setting that. Especially for a woman, you know, you're basically like raised to be a good wife. From to be a good, whatever that, a good wife, raised to be a good wife from when you're young. So in your mind, you're like, well, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna get married to whoever, I'm gonna have kids, whatever. The actual conversation around sex never facilitated. The most that I probably received talking about sex when I was growing up, and I don't know, I know it's not the same for everybody, but the most I received was, don't do it, you'll have kids. And that was kind of
That's insane.
That was the advice I received. Or like, you know, you don't want to go and be having sex before you get married. That was it. So again, it's seen as a means to an end. Discussions around pleasure are non-existent. And I don't want to generalize. I'm speaking from my perspective, but really and truly, like, sex as a thing to be studied, enjoyed, discovered, it's just not even a conversation topic. But even further than the Black diaspora, I think that actually translates to the UK as a whole, you know?
Yeah. The UK is usually quite, like, often, like, the UK is described as the most, like, prudish or the most, like, secretive, the most, like, private and, like, don't talk about your affairs. Like, one thing about especially London culture is that everybody minds their business. There could be war happening on the streets. There could be somebody having a beef, having a fight. Somebody will just whip out their phone on the sly and just film it like that, but they will mind their business. And I think, like, that is a big part of, like, the whole sex taboo.
I agree.
Because people don't want to be out there on Shade Borough or on I Am Just Bae or all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Being shamed for sleeping with certain people or, you know, sexual relations. Do you know what was really interesting? So, do you remember, this comes up every New Year's, Dominic Soler.
Remind me.
So Dominic Soler, I'm saying the whole man's full name, you know. So Dominic Soler was this man who was caught on camera. It was like probably one of the first, like, big major social media scandals. But it was this guy who was giving head to a woman on the stairs at this New Year's party.
Why have I never seen that?
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
Is that video?
It's like a thing that every year everybody's like, oh, I'm trying to be like him. Every year. Every year.
Internet is actually a stupid place.
I want to be like Dominic Soler this year.
No, so Dominic Soler, that comes up every year, and then people are always like, "Oh, I want to be like him."
People are always like, "Ha ha ha, I want to be like him," but most of the things around him is clowning him,
right?
Like clowning him for. Fair enough, okay. I don't know about Nyamin Cooch on the steps of a New Year's party, but there's somewhere in between Dominic Soler and
the repressed culture that we have around sex in this country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's the shame. It's like it's almost like if I am openly sexual, I'm open about my sexual desires, or I want to talk about those things, then automatically I'm a slick. I'm a slut whore. I'm a whore. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But then it's also interesting because I find that kind of content is the one that ends up being consumed the most.
Exactly.
Especially in private. Like, you guys would love to watch girlies talk about sex or men talking about sex.
Yeah.
You with your boys, you'll talk about sex. The girls will talk about sex amongst their girls. But when it comes to, like, talking about pleasure and those things outwardly, like even Oloni.
Yeah.
When Oloni was talking about sex and things like that, Slumflower as well. When they were also talking about like being a dominatrix and all of that kind of stuff, all of a sudden people want to slut shame them, want to say this and that. Oh, they're so bad for our culture. Why did it? Honestly, I think it's healthy to talk about things like that.
Completely.
And I think it's important to be able to express your sexual desires in a public setting
Yeah.
to talk about it openly
with your peers as well.
because it's safer.
It's safer. And also, how are you ever... There are things that I have only learnt about my body and like how I am in sex from speaking to other people.
Yeah.
If there is no vehicle in which to have that conversation, then what are we doing here?
100%.
Like, how are you ever going to like learn about yourself, learn about what you like, you don't like, learn about what's normal, learn about what's safe? Sometimes even talking to someone about something that you experience during sex, like for example, if you have endometriosis and it's really painful when you're having sex, talking to someone about it can make you realize, oh shit, maybe actually that's not something that's supposed to happen, and I need to get that checked up. But because there's no like central... I know there are resources in this country where we can like find out about sex. You can get STD testing, etc. But educating people, there's nothing. But
nothing more. Sorry, I've just realized my half nails. But there's nothing more important than being able to talk to your peers about it, because some of the stuff is very specific. Like some of the sexual experience that you've had is so specific to you or your area, your culture, you as a person, that all of those things are taken into account. Like talking to my friends, like my close friends about things, I'm able to unpick things. Like sometimes I'll be talking to my cousin about something and she'll be like, yeah, but do you remember when you were like 7 years old and you blah, 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 blah. Do you know what? So shout out to my thief, yeah. She's actually my best friend.
Oh,
but she said to me, you don't put your lids, you don't put lids on your bottles, creams, on your like gels. I used to just leave the lids like open. And she said, this is a metaphor for you not cutting off situations. Like she said, you just like to leave things open. Open and fester. And she said, you're lidless in life, lidless in love. And I said, wow. And then she said, wow. She said, when I started putting lids on my stuff, as you can see now, like
everything's lidded up.
Lidded up.
You never used to put lids on yourself.
No,
but wouldn't the cream dry out?
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. It used to be dry.
Why didn't you get tired? That's trying to kill me.
She said lidless. And then once I started putting lids on stuff, my whole life, again, closing chapters. And then all of a sudden, I was like meeting people that are like better for me and like more these kind of things. And so like I genuinely feel like sometimes you have to be able to talk to your peers about things, because they'll be able to bring up stuff that you don't actually
you can't see
comprehend or get. Like
100%.
or you can't get from NHS, or you can't get from Reddit.
Yeah,
because they know you know.
For real, I think it's a necessity. And I also think like part of the reason why, because I was talking to this about someone a few days ago, and they said the UK is really interesting because we are so much of the UK. I don't even mean Black British, just generally UK culture is built on America, or is built on American influence. We were talking about that, and they were like, with American influence, when it comes to like sex and bodies, even the porn and XYZ, it's all about like presenting this level of perfection. Your body needs to look a certain way. You make the sound this way. You arch your back. all of this restrictive nonsense. That's really not like connected to necessarily the reality of actually having sex. And then with the UK, it's like we emulate all of that in the clothes that we wear. You're out in Manchester and you're seeing sister in December, mid-December. It's icy cold.
Do you know what it is?
It's the bankaleta. Don't get me wrong, I love it. Good, go sis. You go sis.
But you know what my favourite one is? You know the ones when it's open on the sides?
And it's just string. Hey, you feel cold air coming here, and you're just walking through the city centre like it's like, oh, it's fine. There's a real thing about emulating that culture. So we want to present, but because inwardly we're not locked into it. We don't feel like we actually live up to that standard.
No.
And then because of that, you want to present, but when it comes to actually chatting about it, you don't. Because if you look at Europe, for example, Germany, Amsterdam, Sweden, so sex and body positive, as in body positive, like so open to being naked. Naked beaches all over the shop. Yeah. You can go to different like thingy baths. I don't know what they're called, like Roman baths thingy.
Yeah, where you could just be nude.
And be nude. There's there are sex clubs. It's like sex is an openly spoken about part of the culture, and I think that's because their systems aren't built, or their culture, their society isn't built on Americanism. So they're not constantly looking at themselves like, I am not enough and therefore I cannot talk about this thing. I think that's a really big part of it. And also colonialism for all my black people.
Because
colonialism.
If you're emulating it physically and you're like aesthetically putting yourself out there and being sexually expressive in the way you dress, then not actually being sexually expressive as a person, that's when you feel shame. And that's when you feel shame about what you're doing. And that shame is then kind of brought out further. The shame is then presented outwardly and then people shame you. And now that's not to say that like, I'm blaming the people that are wearing certain things for shame to be placed upon them. But I'm saying that if you don't wear it with confidence and heart, then that's when people are eager to come and chat shit, to come and say things things to you. Because they can see you're not confident in it. You're just doing this because you think this is what you're meant to do, but you're not actually living that life and actually embodying that fully. Yeah, because sexual liberation or like being in your body when it comes to sex and intimacy doesn't always look like as presenting it outward. That's about you being able to be like, this is the relationship I have with this thing, because you could be asexual and still feel really liberated within yourself. Like, rather than trying to present, it takes a lot of like inner work and it takes a lot of vulnerability. Intimacy is vulnerability, and we are not, as a nation, vulnerable. We're not vulnerable. We have the capacity to be vulnerable, but vulnerability isn't rewarded. Like, we're not in a system or a society where it's like, oh, well done for sharing that really deeply personal thing about yourself. Congratulations. They'll be like, oh, mad.
You'll find yourself on the shade borough.
Yeah, you will say something so vulnerable, so open, and someone will be like, oh, mad, I hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, mad, I hear that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy scenes. Huh? But again, with sex, intimacy, it's all to do with love. It's all to do with openness, vulnerability. And I feel like unless the general UK society can get with vulnerability and openness, then we're never going to be able to talk about sex. Yeah, never. And I actually think, like, listen, I understand it's hard. Like, it's actually hard, especially if you have grown up your entire life feeling like, I need to present myself in a particular way so I don't get ridiculed by the general public, and now suddenly we're here on the podcast being like, go out and be vulnerable to the world. You're going to be like, well, fuck you, I can't do that. But I actually think it just like everything, it's like small acts of courage and bravery for yourself, deciding to bring up a topic with a friend, like choosing to share something about yourself, just allowing yourself to be open to having the conversation around sex. Like, think about it, how often in your day-to-day life do you actually speak to other people about that topic? And it's a big thing in our life. It's not just a tool for giving and creating life. It's meant to be about your own pleasure. Like, I talk about this all the time, but this is why we have a pleasure gap in this country. It's so
because
true.
we don't talk about it.
Talk about what brings us pleasure, and what brings us to the female orgasm, as we spoke about last time. But like all of those things, like, we don't talk about it, and therefore we never get to enjoy it and live it and all of those things. I was gonna say something else, even about this podcast, that like the decision to even do this, there was also riddled in, oh my god, like, what's this and this gonna say? Oh my god, what's this person gonna think?
So
oh my god, am I gonna say that? Am I not gonna say that? Like, all of these different things then all lead to us having shame or being embarrassed or all of this stuff. And then we were like, you know what? Nah. We're just gonna do it.
We're just gonna do it.
See what happens, really. And I think that's it. Like, it's about that confidence and openness and being vulnerable. And being like, you know what? I'm gonna have these conversations. Because even like me and Ewa will talk. One of the first things that we always say to each other is like, oh yeah, this happened last night, or this happened. And
literally.
And we're so open about it. It's almost as if like you asked me how my day was. And I told you about how
a sexual escapade. What did you say? What did you say?
I like how you said it better. Sexual escapades. We talk about our sexual escapades.
Our sexcapades.
Yes.
Our side quests.
Yes.
We frequently talk about that. But I feel like it's made Well, I feel, especially since we've started doing the podcast, I know this is only our second ep, but I feel like I have gotten more like actively exploratory in my sexual life since we've started having these like consistent conversations about our lives. And that when I say that, you know, you can use your imagination, but for me, what I mean about that is that I'm asking myself, how do I feel about that? What do I want to explore more in sex? What is interesting me at the moment? How do I feel about my body right now? All those questions, I feel like I'm actively thinking through them in my day-to-day. I'm checking in with myself like that on the day-to-day, as well as checking in with like my mental health and like my physical health. It's just become like
another gym, another type of gym.
Yeah,
because you have your
100%.
mental gym, you have your physical gym, and now we have our sexual gym.
Yes, and I think we said we'd give them homework. No.
Oh my god, yes, we did.
This is part of the homework.
Guys, work on your sexual gym.
That part, I love that, Andrea.
Yes.
Look at you.
Guys, we want you to go home and work on your sexual gym.
However that looks like, whether that's touching yourself, whether that's journaling, whether that's having a conversation with a friend.
Yeah, chatting to a pal. Or saying something that you've always wanted to say to that sexual partner.
Yeah.
Do it.
Or doing something you've always wanted to do with that sexual partner. Go do
Consensually, of course.
Yes, please. Don't force yourself on anybody. And let us know how you feel. You can DM us. We still have our Not Gonna Lie link. Tell us how you feel about, you know, doing that. Has it been weird? Has it been bad? Is it really hard? Like, it might actually be really difficult to do that.
And we're also open to just chat. Like, we're very much open to chat. We're very much open to be like those friends if you don't actually feel comfortable just yet, or you're like, I want to say this to my friend, but I'm just not quite sure yet. What do you think? And I mean, we're not therapists or anything, but we're
really not qualified.
We're girlies.
We're girlies, but we're girlies. We can help.
We're girlies that you don't know that you can check in first before you talk to your actual girlies.
Send us a VN. Listen, we'll be there to listen.
Please,
we will never judge.
VN. I actually love a long VN.
Same.
So feel free.
Podcast me, please. I love it. So thank you for listening. That was a great conversation. I really enjoyed that.
So guys, our game today is going to be doing the BDSM test to work out our kinks and also to have work through our kinks, but to work out like kinks, and also like what we can label ourselves as. So I did this test like quite a few years ago, like a little sleepover kind of vibe, and a couple years ago it said I was a brat. That's what it described me as. Whether I agree or disagree is beyond the point. But so it basically is a set of questions, and then you see how much of a percentage of a dom or a sub or like various different stuff, and it's super super fun. So they've actually improved it or like done a new thing. I'll try to see if I could put the link to the test here. Okay. But they've now made a short and simple version. So Emma's gonna do it.
I am, because I've never done it before.
Emma's gonna do it. I'm gonna send you the link actually. Okay, hold on. Brief intermission. Sorry guys, I'm deciding to have a house filming on our filming day.
Yeah, so and we've got something special coming.
But it's bringing some fun entertainment for y'all.
Yes, fun entertainment. We love it.
Okay, so where are we up to?
So I'm 45% through the quiz, I'm reading out the questions as I'm doing them, and then, you know, if something comes, we can chat about it. Yeah. I have plenty of sexual fantasies that I would like to try out more than most of my kinky peers. I just don't think that's true. Like, I have sexual fantasies, but it's not like I'm like, oh my god,
I want to play out. I want to play this out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I want to, but it's not like I'm pressed. Like, I have to try. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I.
Yeah.
No. I think I'm pretty like middle now.
Middle, yes. Yeah. Maybe more like towards that side. I find it adorable when my partner acts or dresses childlike. No.
God, coloring book.
Some of these questions are crazy. There's so many sexual slave questions, and I was like, I don't want to be a slave.
Yeah, that's the long form. That's the long form.
I don't want to do all that. I don't want the person I'm sleeping with to feel like a slave.
No.
That makes me feel uncomfortable. But I know some people might like that.
Yeah.
Just not me. I could be sexually submissive now and be sexual dominant another time. Yes, that is
very
me.
Much that. Very much
that.
a switch.
Very much a switch.
Yeah.
And I definitely like being forced into submission. I won't just give it to you easily for who? For what? I don't work like that.
You have to work.
You have to work for it. You gotta work for it. Okay. I am willing to pay for porn if it really suits my sexual No, I don't think no. I think I absolutely disagree with that.
Yeah,
not
no.
to pay.
No.
It feels like
and not for not if it really suits my sexual. Like I'm not paying for porn.
Yes, exactly.
Unless I'm supporting a person specifically. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not for the porn.
No,
for the person.
Because I have no reason to do that.
No.
I think I'm
I
totally.
watch my own videos anyway.
I need to record myself more. In an ideal relationship, my partner would see me as a mere object. God forbid.
Oh God.
Living with a group of slaves? No.
Living with a group of slaves?
No. All this slavery chat is okay. Oh God. Okay, nice. I often behave in animalistic ways during sex. Growling? No. I mean,
Nah.
Is that what you do?
I can't growl. I can't growl. I can't growl in sex.
No,
I'm gonna try it though because I'd love to see. I'd love to see the reaction.
I did that.
Just like half of it.
The first thing I would
Let's see what happens.
Talking back to one's dominant in a teasingly disobeying way should be part of the sub's fun. I actually do agree with that.
100%.
When it comes to sexual acts, my own discomfort is pretty much irrelevant if it allows me to give my pleasure. No. I don't need physical pleasure from sex. If my partner is enjoying it, that's all I need. Disagree.
Not that one.
Not that one. I enjoy...
But the top one maybe. Like if I'm in some sort of discomfort, but I can see it's pleasuring them, then I might do it. I don't mind.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes when I'm riding and I'm on my hind legs, I can feel my legs
like,
saying, "Oh, it's tired."
Pain.
But I see their eyes and they're like,
I'm like, you know what? Fair enough.
Exactly. Or like when you're choking.
Or like I'm choking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm okay, babe. I got tears in my eyes and I can't breathe, but go on anyway. Continue.
Continue. Keep going. I enjoy it when my partner plays or acts like a pet. No. I like to... Do you know how freaked out I would be if someone started doing that?
What?
If someone started acting like an animal in the sex, I say, no. You know when the Nollywood videos? No, you should play. I catch you. Come for me. Picking up my things. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
The power of Christ compels you. Some bullshit like that. I would not deal with that. I would not.
I'm snorting way too much in this app, man. Oh, that's so funny.
I actually know, Andrea. It's not for me. Yeah, that's why I would hear in my head. I'd run out of that house quickly. Oh my God, God forbid. It's not my question. Please don't find me. If my partner would really enjoy using me as a urinal,
God, no.
There is no way.
I'd be out of there so quickly.
Can I pee on you?
Pee on me where?
Pee on me where?
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the toilet.
Were you not potty trained?
Honestly, for anybody who likes that,
that's for you.
Do it.
Yeah,
it's just my body has a very specific reaction to that.
I like
action.
that, man.
No,
sorry.
thank you.
Okay, so you can see Emma's results here. But what does it say?
Oh my God, I'm 100% a switch.
Interesting.
Yeah, 91% voyeur,
Wow.
84% dominant, 77% experimental, 74% brat.
See, I think mine was mine brat at the top. This girl's a brat.
This girl's a brat.
I
don't even know what switch is, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's my highest score.
So let's see what it says.
Shall I read out? Switches like to switch. Always taking a dominant or top position is not for them. Neither is always taking a submissive or bottom position. Some prefer to switch with the same partner or partners. Others have a dominant play partner and a submissive play partner, but in either case they do not fit on one endpoint of the spectrum. Switches typically match well with other switches. And then the voyeur thing is voyeurs enjoy watching the nakedness or sexual activity of other people. Voyeurs typically match well with exhibitionists. And then
those are people who like to show. So mine. Wait, let me see if I can actually find mine.
Interesting.
So my results. This was
Should we
taken
put them up here?
This was taken in 2023. So I'm gonna put this here. But mine said 87% brat, which was the highest one. 86%.
Exhibitionist.
Yeah, I love when people watch me do what I'm doing. I love it.
Interesting. Interesting.
84% switch, 81% submissive, and 80% rope bunny.
Like you like to be tied up. Well, our results are really different. That is
Yeah.
so fascinating. I don't even
Yeah.
have rope bunny on my thing.
I'm gonna do it again. Though,
I think you should.
and then I'll put my new results here.
Yeah.
And then maybe
That'd be
we'll get
fun.
into that beginning of next episode or something. But
Yeah, we'll talk about kinks maybe in the next episode.
yeah, I love this kind of test because then you can kind of see what you kind of might want to explore more
Yes,
of. Or
exactly.
Like,
So good. And I've had like a morbid, not a morbid, but like a slight fascination with play parties for a while now. And I think like the voyeur
stuff, yeah.
part of me is also like
What's
part
to
of that.
watch?
So maybe that's something I'm gonna explore. Who knows? But yeah, that was so fun.
Oh God,
I love
guys.
learning other stuff about that. Thank you.
Yay! So guys, that's been our second episode. We hope you've enjoyed it.
Yes.
If you want a link to that test, I'm gonna like put it wherever, like
Yeah.
it'll be in our bios and whatever. So yeah. And make sure you sub, make sure you sub. Make sure you sub, make sure you leave a review.
Yes. And make sure you do your homework.
And do the homework that I set you. So do your sexual gym.
Yes.
Check in with yourself, explore something new, have that dangerous conversation or secret conversation, journal, whatever it is. And we'll see you guys in the next ep, guys. Thank you for coming back.
Bye.
Okay guys, so we said we had a super special surprise for you, and we do. We are doing our group chat segment in the middle of my housewarming party, so it will be loud, but bear with us. We're gonna ask some of my friends some quick fire questions about their sexcapades, and we hope you enjoy it.
Is there a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna time it on my watch just to make sure. So a minute on the clock. Okay. Now you have to just answer or pass.
3, 2, 1, go.
What's your biggest ick in bed?
Smelly vagina.
Lights on or off?
Off.
Quickie or marathon? Okay. Say that again. Loud or silent, partner?
Loud.
Have you ever named your vibrator? Well, I'm guessing you might have one. No? First date, red flag.
Stink.
Okay. Oh, the time's up. You got a whole thing for smell. Like,
It's the thing is, sometimes I be stinking. Sometimes you be stinking. I just don't want to do it.
vagina was crazy.
Smelly vagina was hot. What's your ick? Smelly vagina.
Wait, sorry, just ask, was it consistently smelly or like...
I never found out if it was
Okay, sit down. Welcome to our office. What's your biggest ick in bed? Lights on or off?
I'm indifferent.
Quickie or marathon?
I don't know. Sometimes it depends on the mood.
Okay, loud or silent, partner?
Oh, you gotta say something to me.
Come on. Come on. Oh, that's so good. Thank you. That's so
He was running for a camera. Okay, we got Kelly. We're so excited.
So excited. Okay, right. Have you ever got caught having sex and by who?
Yes. By a toilet attendant.
Yes. What's the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
In a beach, I guess.
Okay, my God. Have you ever got...
That's nice. That's very friendly.
Are you a loud or silent person?
Depends on the day.
That part. That's so weird.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it. Thank you.